Welcome back to our channel, Soap fans. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute chaos that is Genoa City. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get right into the thick of it because we have a massive, messy situation to unpack today, and I'm honestly still trying to process it all. So, looking ahead to the week of June 1st through the 5th, and I'm exhausted. Honestly, I've been covering this show for a long time, and sometimes you just see a storyline coming and you want to scream at your screen. Because Adam Newman is about to do something so incredibly Adam Newman that it actually hurts. The spoilers are telling us that Chelsea Lawson is going to be faced with a massive, shocking proposal from Adam. And no, before you get excited, he's not asking her to marry him again or buy another penthouse or go on a romantic vacation. He wants to have another baby. Yes, you heard me right. Another baby. A little brother or sister for Connor. And my first reaction when I read this was just, What are they thinking? What is Adam thinking? Let's just break this down because my brain is spinning. Adam is going to drop this bomb on Chelsea, and he's going to use Connor as the main excuse. He's going to say, look at Connor, look at what a great kid he is. Judah Mackey is amazing in this role, by the way, just a phenomenal young actor who brings so much heart to the screen. But Adam is sitting there thinking, hey, we made a great kid. We've been doing so well as a team lately, let's do it again. And sure, they have been a great team lately. They really have. Connor's OCD diagnosis has been so hard on all of them. It's been a brutal, emotionally draining journey. The therapies, the meltdowns, the constant adjusting of their daily lives to make sure Connor feels safe and secure in his environment. They fought so hard to get him to a stable place. So Adam's logic is, what exactly? We survived the hardest part of parenting a child with severe OCD, so let's throw a screaming newborn into the mix. It makes absolutely no sense. None. But see, that's the thing. That's the catch. It's not actually about Connor. It's never just about what's on the surface with Adam. If you've been watching this show for as long as I have, you know there is always an ulterior motive or some deep, bleeding psychological wound driving his actions. And this time, the driving force wears expensive suits, has a smug smile, and goes by the last name Abbott. Yep, Billy Abbott. Because of course it is. It always comes back to Billy and Adam. These two just cannot exist in the same universe without trying to one-up each other. And the spoilers specifically mention that Billy has been bragging. He's been running his mouth all over town about Sally Spector being pregnant and their upcoming wedding. And you guys, I can't with Billy sometimes. I really can't. We know Billy loves to rub things in Adam's face. He absolutely lives for it. So picture this scene, Billy swaggering around town, probably bumping into Adam at Society or Crimson Lights, and just casually, smugly dropping the news that he and Sally are having a baby and getting married. Can you imagine Adam's face? The jaw clenching, the dark, brooding stare. Adam hates Billy. He despises him on a molecular level. And to hear Billy bragging about having a child with Sally, the woman Adam loved so deeply, the woman Adam lost a child with, it's just too much. It's a massive, unavoidable trigger. So what does Adam do? Does he go to therapy? Does he process his emotions like a healthy, functioning adult? No, he does not. He goes home, looks at Chelsea, and says, let's have a baby. It is so incredibly toxic. I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe Adam genuinely does want another child with Chelsea. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Maybe there is a tiny part of him that just wants a bigger family. But the timing is a dead giveaway. You don't just randomly decide to have a baby right after your bitter rival brags about his own impending fatherhood. It's a competition. Adam wants to prove that he's moving on, that he's building a family, that he's just as happy and fertile and successful as Billy. It's like a twisted, emotional arms race. And who is caught in the middle of this ridiculous male ego trip? Chelsea. Poor Chelsea. She finally gets Adam back. She finally gets her family somewhat stabilized after so much trauma, and now she's being asked to be an incubator in the Adam versus Billy war. But wait, it goes deeper than just the rivalry. Let's be real. We have to talk about Eva. We have to talk about the baby girl that Adam and Sally lost. That storyline absolutely destroyed me. It was so heartbreaking and so raw. And grief like that, it doesn't just go away. It doesn't just vanish because you moved on to a new relationship. It lingers. It hides in the shadows of your mind and then it jumps out at you when you least expect it. Hearing that Sally is pregnant again with another man's child has to be tearing Adam apart on the inside. It's bringing all that trauma right back to the surface. He's mourning Ava all over again. He's mourning the future he thought he was going to have with Sally. And in his messy, broken, classic Adam Newman way, he thinks that having a new baby will fix the hole in his heart. He's projecting. He's trying to replace the child he lost with a new one. And honestly, it's sad. It is profoundly sad when you really sit down and think about it. Adam is hurting. He's drowning in this fresh wave of grief and jealousy and inadequacy, and he's desperately reaching out for a life raft. And that life raft happens to be a completely unhinged request to his current partner. But Chelsea is not stupid. She has grown so much over the years. The old Chelsea, the con artist Chelsea from years ago, might have jumped at the chance to lock Adam down with another baby. The old Chelsea might have seen this as a victory, a way to secure her spot as the top woman in his life. But the Chelsea we have now, the Chelsea who has been through severe mental health crises, who has fought tooth and nail for her own sanity, who has dedicated herself completely to helping Connor manage his OCD. She is going to see right through this nonsense. I really think Chelsea is going to reject this idea. She has to. She has so many valid, logical reasons to say no. First of all, she knows Adam better than anyone. She knows his tells. She knows when he's reacting to Billy, and she is going to realize almost immediately that this sudden baby fever is directly tied to Billy's bragging. Chelsea does not want to be a pawn. She does not want to bring an innocent child into the world just so Adam can score points against Billy Abbott. That is no reason to have a baby, and Chelsea knows that. She's going to look at him and say, "Are you doing this because you want a baby with me? Or are you doing this because Billy is having a baby with Sally?" And Adam is going to deny it. Of course he is. He'll get defensive and angry, but Chelsea will know the absolute truth. Furthermore, Chelsea is deeply aware of Adam's lingering feelings and his profound grief over Ava. She knows that hearing about Sally's pregnancy is a massive emotional trigger for him. She's going to realize that he's acting out of pain, not out of a genuine desire to expand their family. You don't rush into having a baby when you are actively grieving another one, especially when the motivation is all twisted up in jealousy and decades-old rivalry. Chelsea is going to have to be the adult in the room. She's going to have to look at the man she loves and tell him no, for his own good, for her own good, and most importantly, for Connor's good. Let's talk about Connor again for a second, because we really need to. This kid needs stability. He needs routine. OCD is a monster of a disorder, and Connor is just a little boy trying to navigate a brain that constantly lies to him and makes him anxious. A new baby brings total chaos. It brings sleepless nights, random crying, unpredictability, a total upheaval of the household routine. That is the absolute worst possible environment for a child recovering from severe OCD. Chelsea knows this. She has been the primary caregiver fighting in the trenches for Connor's mental health every single day. There is no way on earth she is going to risk Connor's hard-won progress just to satisfy Adam's impulsive, grief-fueled baby urge. She just won't. She's too good of a mother now to let that happen. So where does this leave Chatham? Honestly, I'm worried. I'm really worried for them as a couple, Because when Chelsea says no, Adam is going to feel rejected. He's going to feel like she doesn't support him. He might even accuse her of not loving him enough or not being committed to building a future with him. And Chelsea is going to be hurt that he would even suggest using a baby as a band-aid for his Billy and Sally issues. It's going to create a massive rift between them. And we all know what Adam does when he feels rejected and misunderstood. He spirals, he acts out. He does something incredibly destructive that ruins everything he's built. I just keep thinking about how messy this entire situation is. You have Billy bragging and being insufferable, Sally caught in the middle of it all, Adam spiraling out of control emotionally, Chelsea trying to hold everything together with duct tape and sheer willpower, and little Connor just trying to get through the day without a panic attack. It's classic Y&R the Restless drama, it really is. But it's also just exhausting to watch these characters make the exact same mistakes over and over again. Why can't Adam just be happy with what he has? He has Chelsea, he has Connor, they are a family. But it's never enough for him. The ghost of what he lost, the obsession with beating Billy, it always poisons whatever good thing he has going on in his life. And let's not forget the fans on social media. The reaction to this is going to be wild. Half the fans are going to be screaming at Chelsea to say yes because they love Chatham and want them to have a big happy family and they want Adam to finally be happy. The other half are going to be screaming at Adam for being so insensitive and manipulative and using a baby as a weapon, and me. I'm just sitting here typing furiously, wishing I could reach through the screen and hand Adam a therapist's business card. Seriously, someone get this man on a couch. He needs to talk about Ava. He needs to talk about his toxic obsession with Billy. He does not need to be shopping for cribs right now. So as we head into the first week of June, brace yourselves, you guys. The fallout from this proposal is going to be heavy and emotional. Chelsea is going to have to make a really tough call. She's going to have to break Adam's heart a little bit in order to protect their family and protect him from himself. And whether Adam can handle that rejection without blowing up their entire lives. Well, I guess we'll just have to tune in and see. Who actually believes this is going to end well? Not me, but I'll be watching every second of it and I'll be right back here to rant about it with all of you next week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments because I know you all have strong opinions on this one.